Oh, hi. Welcome to today's Decay. October 20th edition. And it's a good one. So sorry for doing this so late because you have all day. You should have had all day to appreciate all the nonsense that happened throughout space and time on this very day. But I'm giving you not very much notice. But it's not to say that you couldn't embrace such things now. Such as, on this day in 1882, none other than Bela Lugosi was born. That's Bela, not Bella. Bella is a lady's name. Bela is a guy's name. Much like Hazel Adkins is a guy's name, rather than Hazel or Hazel. Oh, I forget. Something like that. Anyway, not to say that anybody can or should identify in ways they don't want to, but if Bela Lugosi was walking across the street and a car was coming, you would have wanted to yell, "Hey, Bela, run, look out," because he wouldn't have answered to Bella. That's all I'm saying. Also, on this day in 1890, Jelly Roll Morton was born. I think he's like an original rock and roller. He had a diamond encrusted tooth. I believe he was a pimp, supposedly. And, you know, played boogie woogie piano till all hours of the night and knew how to live. Crazy wild people. On this day, in 1932, a house full of crazy wild people, a film about a house full of crazy wild people premiered, called The Old Dark House, directed by James Whale. Star-studded cast: Charles Laughton, Boris Karloff, Raymond Massey, I think Maureen Sullivan's in it, Gloria Stewart, who winds up many years later being the old lady in Titanic, but at this point, I think she was fresh off the heels of The Invisible Man, or maybe it was Invisible Man was next. Right, it was like doing the same 6-month period, basically. Yeah, I mean, this is a phenomenal film. It's got everything you want in it. It hooked me from the first scene with like that crazy deluge of water and well, the old dark house in the background is that the characters pull up on it. What else? Wanda Jackson, born this day, 1937. Patterson and Gimlin apparently caught Bigfoot on film on this day in 1967. If you were to believe that. This is so highly contested. I'm not saying any of that's true, but I like all the nonsense. Speaking of nonsense, although utterly wonderful nonsense, in 2001, the horror host troupe Gulagogo, or combo, horror host combo, Gulagogo premiered. I love Gulagogo. I wouldn't say they were my horror hosts growing up, because this is 2001 and I was already as grown up as I guess I'm gonna be. I think Captain USA was my horror host, I must say. But enough about him. Back to Gulagogo. They're everything you possibly could want. And I would say that they have such things to be proud of. I was at a Cramps show. This isn't even them, but it is them. It speaks of them and their place in the universe, and I love this. I was at a Cramps show, I don't know, early 2000s, mid 2000s. Couldn't have been later than that. And Creighton, like the human being who plays Creighton, was in the audience, as was I. And, you know, he's a big guy. And Lux from the stage. And you have to figure, like, you know, all lights are pointed towards the Cramps. And yet, still, with this blinding light all around you, Lux was able to identify that that's Creighton in the audience, in the dark, and, like, say hello to Creighton, even though he's, like, you know, nowhere near the front of the stage. He's, like, you know, halfway in, I just felt like this is great. This is a great New York moment where, like, because Ghoul Go-Go is from New York. Here we are watching the Cramps, and the Cramps are like, you know, giving their like nod to Ghoul Go-Go while playing. I don't know that I could ask for anything more. So good for them. Yeah, and that's it. So there you go. There's your assignment for the next 20 minutes or so, or should you choose to continue beyond the midnight hour. You've got Lugosi, you've got Jelly Roll Morton, you've got The Old Dark House, really a very good film. Wanda Jackson, the possibility of Bigfoot existing in the world, I can't imagine it being so. And Ghoul Go-Go. What are you gonna do? I don't know. You're more than welcome to let me know, though. I'm all ears. Until tomorrow. Goodbye.